Hey there, folks, and welcome back to another edition of our venture in the visual novel If My Heart Had Wings Flight Diary, the bonus story. We are still on the story of Kanako, which is turning out to be quite a long chapter in this particular part, probably one of the longest out of all of them. But we still got a few other chapters to go with some of the other characters as well. But last episode, Kanako was basically trying to cook because all of the instant stuff was gone. Trying her best, she unfortunately failed. According to Aoi, who came back to see her cooking, said it was only slightly burned and that it was salvageable. So he also offered to help her fix it up a bit, which is very nice, to which Kanako said, to which I was like, come on, you can't give up yet. You already went this far. Let's just do another session, another one. I forget who that person's name is, but credit to that person for that statement. But ultimately, let's see, in the last one, before we actually left off from last time, let's see whether or not Kanako was going to give it one more shot or not. So let's transition right over to that scene. Come on, give it one more try. Kanako nodded, albeit half-heartedly. And there we go, once again. I was going to make Chinese for dinner tonight anyway. I've got a ton of ingredients that'll be ideal for this. Yes, indeed. You ready to try fried rice again?
Hi.
She's not. She is so not into this right now. Begin with greasing the frying pan. Then heat it until you start to see a little smoke.
Hoi.
Kanako kept one hand on the pan handle and stretched out the other toward the bottle of cooking oil. I gave her a quick warning. About 1 tablespoon of oil should be enough. I'd recommend measuring it out first.
大丈夫。こういうのはフィーリングの方がうまく。
Okay. Measure by spoon first, just while you're getting used to it. This affects the rest of the dish more than you might think. Too much will make it goopy, but not enough, and it'll all stick to the bottom of the pan. Hey, there is a delicacy to it. I got out a measuring spoon. She took it with a smile. Drop by drop, she slowly and carefully measured out the right amount of oil. She looked so serious, but a little childlike too. I could only help but wonder if this was how newlyweds felt in the kitchen. Where did that thought come from? My face flushed, and I could feel my ears burning. I called myself back to reality and started slicing up some of the other ingredients.
次は味付けか。
Yeah, salt and pepper should do the trick. Then a little soy sauce to bring out the best of its aroma. If you want to keep it simple, don't use too much. Or you can pour in some more if you want it strong. You don't need to stick to the recipe too strictly. That said, all that measuring by eye stuff doesn't look that reliable.
難しいわね。
Kanako puffed out her cheeks in frustration. Again, childlike, but not in a bad way. I held back another chuckle. It gets easier the more you do it. Everyone makes mistakes. You just have to learn from them.
失敗。
That's how I got this far.
嫌にならなかったの？
Nah, I started to enjoy it before that happened. Maybe that's the secret of getting better at anything.
好きになることがコツか。
Yes, indeed. Next thing you know, we're gonna see her on Food Wars. Sounds good. Okay, now we're at the final stage. Kanako wiped some sweat off her forehead and reached out for the seasonings. In doing so, she knocked against the frying pan. Watch out! I shot forward to stop the pan from toppling over. But Kanako had already turned around to do the same thing. For a moment, our hands met, my fingers wrapping around hers. Oh, sorry. I was just trying to save the pan. I pulled my hand back. Kanako returned her attention to the fried rice as if nothing had happened. Kanako? She didn't answer. She just kept shuffling the frying pan around. For a moment, I thought she must have been concentrating really hard, but then the truth dawned on me. Her face had gone bright red from the tips of her ears all the way down to the back of her neck. And then... Kanako cheerily presented her creation, a steaming, fragrant plate of fried rice. It took some time, but we could safely call this attempt a success. Congratulations, it looked great. The whole thing was well formed and had a glossy sheen to it. As far as appearances went, there was nothing to complain about. I'd had fun watching Kanako make it too.
それじゃあ早速試食を。重い。ほら、葵くんも食べてみて。
Sure, thanks. You're right. This is tasty. We served it up properly after that and enjoyed every bite. The rice was light and fluffy. None of it even the least bit burned this time. Every mouthful was packed with a full yet delicate flavor. This is an absolute triumph.
今日はありがとうね。最後まで付き合ってくれて。
Hey, I should be the one thanking you. You didn't have to agree to making the whole thing all over again.
最初はそうだったけどね。だんだん楽しくなってきたし。葵くんのアドバイスもなんというかいろいろと身に染みて理解できたし。だから本当にありがとう。
Anytime.
これから夕飯の支度でしょ。お返しにちょっとだけ手伝ってあげる。
Faced with that carefree smile of hers, I felt like my heart was going to leap right up into my throat. Just nodding in reply took all the concentration I had. After school,
それじゃああと少しで機体が出来上がるんだ。
yeah, the wings are shaping up nicely. They'll still need some fine-tuning though.
私にもあれだけ手伝わせたもんね。ほんと人使い荒いんだから。
I was just so honored that you offered to help us. I wanted to make the most out of having you around.
へりくつが上手くなってきたわね。
Is that a bad thing? Despite her complaints, Kanako looked like she was having fun. She and I had been spending more time together lately. We often found ourselves walking home side by side. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be some rumors now, and they're probably gonna be accurate. Thanks to the extra help she'd given us, the Soaring Club was making good progress.
いやー、しっかり青春してるわね。みんなが眩しく見えてしょうがないわ。なーによ、カナだって最近私たちと一緒になって楽しんでるでしょうが。いやいや、私はただの仮入部。ソアリング部のサポーターだもん。部じゃなくて風と姉妹のでしょ。朝はともかく小生意気な妹のどこがいいのよ。
Oh boy. You know, Kotori, just because she wasn't your sidekick on your little display of Sherlock Holmes stunt, I don't mean you gotta take all of it out on her. As a matter of fact, you can't really take anything out on her in that regard.
そこがあの子の魅力の一つだと思うんだけど。魅力。
And you think your attitude actually has charm, especially in the old days? You must really like those two, huh, Kanako?
何 何急に。
Back when Kanako first started helping out at the Soaring Club, she spent most of her time talking to Asa and Yoru. Kotori even said that Kanako had practically become the third Kazuto sister.
もう可愛い後輩だからね。もちろんコトリンとアゲハちゃんもそうだけど。取ってつけたように言われたって嬉しくないわよ。あれ？葵は違うんですか？
Nah, forget about him.
葵くんはね。
Kanako, you can tell that Agaha's trying to dig, right? Kanako threw me a furtive glance.
葵くんはもう可愛いって言っちゃダメかな。
Oof. Huh?
どうかした？
No, it's fine.
葵くんも可愛いって言ってほしかった？
Yeah, but that's not what I meant. Besides, if you said it now, I'd know it didn't mean anything.
ま、男の子だもんね。かっこいいって言われた方が嬉しいでしょ？
She knows what's up. There's a time and a place for stuff like that.
照れなくてもいいのに。
I'm not.
はいはい。
Kanako laughed it off as if she'd seen right through me.
すいません。お待たせしました。
Catch your breath, Asa. Slow down. Asa came running up to us, panting as she tried to catch her breath. Yoru came after her a little later.
そんなに慌てなくても大丈夫よ。私たちだってついさっき来たとこだから。だから言ったでしょ、姉さん。別に遅刻したわけじゃないんだから。そうだけど。
Yeah, Asa's very energetic and very excited to be in the Soaring Club, so she wants to make sure that she is on time, if not early.
待ってたわよ、朝ちゃん、夜ちゃん。ちょうど二人の話で盛り上がってたとこなのよ。私たちのですか？そうそう、二人がすんごい可愛い後輩だって話。いきなり姉さんに抱きつかないでください。
Yeah, you can tell how close that these folks are. They are really close.
ごめんごめん、ちゃんと夜ちゃんも可愛がってあげるから。そういう意味じゃなくて。
Yoru never stood a chance of escaping. She got pulled in close before she realized what was happening. Because of the difference in their heights, the other two girls were getting a face full of Kanako's well-endowed chest. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it at all.
なーに羨ましそうに見てるのよ、エッチ。
You know, Ageha, considering your story and a half dozen other things you did, I'd say you don't really have much space to speak. I am not.
ムキにならなくてもいいじゃない。そんなんだからカナにもからかわれるのよ。カナの方も葵くんのこと気に入ってるみたいだし、最近本当に仲良さそうにしてるもんね。
You noticed, huh? Kotori and Ageha nodded in unison. Now that I thought about it, they had a point. Kanako and I had started spending close to whole days together. At first, we were just hoping to remember something from that day, but now it had become part of our regular routine. I'd ask her what she wanted to do, what she wanted for dinner, stuff like that. We helped each other out with whatever work we were doing, too. I felt like I was learning more about her every day, and I wanted to get to know her even better. I was really in deep, wasn't I?
やっぱさ、本当はかなこさんと何かあったんじゃないの？
I told you before it didn't. Don't look at me like that, Kotori. I know you want there to be some twist here, but it's not like that.
はーい。
You gonna drop in on the club today?
ああ、今日はやめとく。心配しなくてものんびりしてもらって構わないわよ。いやー、これからちょっと友達とウィンディまでね。それに素人の私がいても大して役に立たないしさ。
That's not true. It was just an instinctive reaction, but I held back from finishing. I saw some girls looking our way, waving.
あー、やっと来た。はい、早くこっちこっち。はいはい、今行く。そんじゃ、みんなも頑張ってね。
Kanako waved to us and ran off to meet her friends. I watched her go until she was out of sight.
はあ。
Kotori and Agaha were smirking. Did something funny just happen? What? I didn't want her to feel left out, that's all.
やっぱりあの父に惹かれたのかしら。それとも下着姿に魅了されたのとか。
I wonder if you two are the ones who are jealous because he's not paying attention to you.
どっちにしてもエロよね、エロ。
You know, y'all speak like y'all got a lot of experience in that. I'm just saying.
うん、エロだわ。やっぱり葵先輩、かなこさんのことを。そうね、前々から怪しいとは思ってたけど。
You guys. I stopped short in the middle of what I was going to be a denial. We helped each other out with whatever work we were doing. And besides, I didn't want to deny it. There was her cool, laid-back attitude, her bright smile, her considerate nature, the way she got bashful and flustered over weird stuff. I liked her more than just a dorm mate, more than just a friend. And I felt like I meant something to her. I was probably misinterpreting the kind of affection she felt for me, but still, I couldn't deny it any longer. I liked Kanako. I'd finally put my feelings into words. I knew what I had to do. I just need to work out how to tell her. Knowing Kanako, she'd probably just laugh it off as a joke. I needed to convince her I was serious, or we'd never get anywhere. I want to know how she feels too. But how?
葵先輩、これなんですけど。
Oh, that goes over near the tail.
葵くん、こっち見てもらっていい？
Just a sec, I'll be right there. I sat down for a quick break. I'd been thinking over some approaches to the Kanako issue. Speaking over the phone, texting, a letter, none of those felt right. Face-to-face is the only way to go. I'd look Kanako in the eye and tell her how I felt. It might be embarrassing to be so honest and upfront with someone, but I'd just have to power through it. I could already feel myself blushing. Kanako.
葵くん。
I'd been leaning back in my chair so far I nearly toppled over. I had to grab the edge of the desk to stay upright. Whoa, don't scare me like that! What's the problem? You need help with something? Kotori shook her head.
何か悩み事とかあるの？
How about that? Huh? Why do you ask?
だってさっきからため息ばっかりついてるもん。そんなの初めてでしょ？
Really? Really? Thanks for your concern, but it's nothing really.
なら聞かないけど。
Thanks. Kotori didn't say another word. She picked up the screwdriver she'd left on the desk and returned to her work. I didn't feel comfortable discussing this with her or the other girls. They'd probably just make fun of me. It looks like something is bothering her, but we'll see what may be bothering her on the next episode. Oh, the cliffhangers. Well, with that, I want to thank everyone for watching this video this time around. If you like what you saw, maybe consider leaving a like. And if you want to see more and you haven't already, maybe consider subscribing. And until next time, happy mixing, everyone.